Hello, everyone. Hi, and good evening to you all. I'm sure a lot of you all are tired at the end of the first day. So, before getting into the topic, I would just like to give you a small brief about our company, VPFX. So, yes. So we are registered and regulated with multiple authorities worldwide. We have all the tools required to provide a seamless trading experience to all our clients. We offer you multiple payment gateways like Skrill, Neteller, FazaPay, and other traditional bank transfers and credit cards and debit cards. We offer you 24 by 5 customer support so that you are taken care of anytime during trading hours. We give you lightning pace withdrawals and deposits so that you do not miss a single trade in the market. We provide you educational tools like webinars, seminars, blogs, and a recently updated social media page where you will find new information about trading and markets on a daily basis. So please do give us a follow and learn something new and improve your knowledge base on markets. We have multiple offices in Dubai which help us to serve the market in a better way in this fast growing UAE market. Now, we have been in the market for more than 5 years, so I'm sure most of you all are aware about these things about us. But there are some things which we would like to introduce to you all today, and what better occasion than the Forex Expo 2023. So this year, VPFX is coming with 10,000 plus products, which include US stocks, UK stocks, and European stocks. The idea of getting these products is so that you have more options to trade with and you have more options to make profit. We're also coming up with bonds. Now, we know historically bonds provide a very good investment during rising interest rates and rising inflation rates. Now, we have seen interest rates go higher for the last 2 years from 0.25% to about 5.5% in US and even globally. Now, during these times, bonds provide you a very good investment and it gives you a hedge against the risk which you take in equities. And bonds, the historic portfolio allocation of 60-40% in equities and bonds has always given a very good return. Now you can run that strategy at VPFX. We're also providing you ETFs. The idea with exchange traded funds is so that you can make some passive income with taking less risk. ETFs give you exposure to sectors and to indices without the risk of an individual stock. The most popular ETF, which is the QQQ, which mimics the tech index, has already given a 50% return in 2023. Now you can buy such ETFs at VPFX. We're also doing a lot of interesting things with algo trading. And to know more about that, you can visit our booth. We are at booth number 3 and speak to our sales executives. We're also coming up with LME and agri products. Now, these are very new products, and they will give you a good diversification. And all the education required for this will be provided by our team. Okay? So that is a bit about our company. Now, let's get into the topic, AI, the peak of humanity. So first, let me explain why I picked this topic. I believe that AI is where humans will peak. We are transferring today everything we know into a robot. And in the future, all the great innovations are going to come from robots. Now, why is 2023 the landmark year for AI? We have been hearing about AI for a long time, but in 2023, when NVIDIA went from $135 to $500, suddenly everybody was interested in AI, right? So I'll tell you why this happened. In March 2023, NVIDIA came out with a chip which can actually compute at the speed which AI requires. And that changed the game for everyone. In 2016, NVIDIA had come up with a supercomputer, which was the reason we could develop ChatGPT. But in 2023, the chip which NVIDIA came up with can run ChatGPT on your phones and on your laptops. And that was the breakthrough. And that is where the whole game changed. So just let's take a rundown history to know how AI has actually come into our lives over the last 20 years. So in 2008 was the first time we had Siri, which was a product from Apple, which could talk back to human beings. Till then, we could tell robots things, but this was the first time the robot answered us back, and that was an amazing innovation, right? We all, during that time, were talking to Siri about things which we never imagined, but that was a big revolution. Then in 2014 came Alexa, and Alexa really took things to the next level because now we could get the news, play music, hear our videos, anything we want by just asking a device. And that was a real breakthrough. And then in 2020, finally, we had ChatGPT 1, which changed the game. Now, most of you all, like me, must have never thought that we will have something better than the Google search engine, right? But this changed the game. Now we know that there is something better than the Google search engine, and that is ChatGPT. Today, ChatGPT can make presentations, it can write movie scripts, it can write lyrics, it can do so much more, it can even code. And it is really taking things to the next level. I'm really excited to see what ChatGPT comes up with in the future. Now, all of this, I'm sure a lot of you are aware, but we need to understand how AI functions. So the definition of AI is basically transferring human intelligence and emotional quotient into a robot. It basically means transferring our skills into a robot so that the robot can efficiently do it faster way, and even be more productive. That is exactly what AI aims to do. And AI runs on two pillars. The first is machine learning, and the second is deep learning. Let's learn a bit more about it. So this process looks very complicated when you see it like this, right? Training, learning, model, unlabeled data. This is all very complicated stuff. Let me simplify it for you. If you have a data of 100 days of gold data, okay, trading data, now you put this into a machine and tell the machine to run a statistical model of averages, all kind of median, all of these kind of statistical models into it. It will run the results and give you the results for the next 100 days. It's a predictive tool. Now you can compare that with the actual 100-day data and see how accurate the machine was. You keep on doing this, and you will know that the machine will actually reach 80 to 90% accuracy very soon. And that is where machine learning comes in. So I'll give you a small example. Today, you go to a teller to exchange your currency and to get foreign currency. What is the process? Simple. You go, you say, I want XYZ currency. The teller gives you a rate with the commission in it. And you say, if you're okay with that, you say, okay. And you get the foreign currency and you go away. This same process can be done with a machine with absolutely no errors. And that happens by training the machine over thousands and thousands of transactions. And that is the future for sure. But machine learning does come with its drawbacks. Machine learning cannot understand multiple data at once. And that is where the next thing came in, which is deep learning. Now, deep learning can process multiple data simultaneously and make decisions. So my best example for you in deep learning is, today you look at a car, which is an automated car, which is a self-driving car. How do you think it functions? A self-driving car has to, at any point with the camera and sensors, understand what is ahead, behind, on the right and left, and know the maps to know where it has to go, at what speed it has to go, and be careful about not causing any errors, because any error with a self-driving car can be fatal for sure. So that is why deep learning enables us to do all of that. It can study data for 30 to 40 years and make decisions on every second basis. And this is something which is still a very evolving field. That's why you don't see a lot of commercial self-driving cars till now in the market. But this is the future for sure, and deep learning is going to enable a lot of interesting things in the field of AI. Now you might be thinking, we are all traders and investors here. These things are amazing, but how does this affect us? Why should we worry about AI? So I just want to give you a reality check that some form of AI has been there in our markets for the last 30 years. And that more than other industries, we actually have seen AI progress in a much faster way. Today, AI helps us to predict future prices. It helps us with our research. It helps us with our productivity. It helps us to actually reduce our time of work. So for example, today, if I have 6 variables on which I want to take a trade, I will not be able to process that trade when all the 6 variables are hit. It will take me at least a few seconds. But with AI, it will be done in a few milliseconds. And that is the advantage of AI. And it is a really big advantage to see. Today, a normal trader like you and I, when we get up in the morning, what do? We know what happened in the overnight market in Asia and in Australia and New Zealand. We study the data of the previous day, and we look at the events and the data for today. Now, all of that takes about a few hours at least, right? But with AI, it is just a few minutes task because it is done on a daily basis. And that is how good AI is when it comes to markets. Now, AI has existed in three types over the last 30 years. The first being quants. So quantitative trading is basically using mathematical models to forecast market events and market drivers. Now, quants have existed for 30 years, and most hedge funds today are run by these people called quants. Now, it's a very sophisticated way of markets, but it does come with some of its disadvantages. So I'll give you a small incident. In 1998, a company called LTCM, Long Term Capital Management, actually bought the full market to its knees by using a leverage strategy which went wrong for them. And the Fed and major American banks had to come in so that the market does not go haywire. So there are disadvantages to even hedge funds and quants. That is a reality. The second is algo trading. Now, algo trading is what we all do, right? We actually have a strategy in our mind, backtest the data, and then actually use it and see if it is actually given any returns in the market. Algo trading has also come a long way, and today there are AI-based softwares where you can just ask the AI to create a portfolio where you want to create a portfolio which gives you returns during high rising interest rates. And it will give you a portfolio in few seconds. This used to take few weeks and a full research team to do. Today with AI, few seconds you get the portfolio, you get the rebalancing done, everything is done in a few seconds. And that is how AI has transformed this field in a big way. The third is high frequency trading. Now, high frequency trading basically means using small amounts of time and using high volume to make money in a quick way. Now, whenever you see a data which comes up from the Fed or a CPI data, you see a huge tick in the market. Why is that? Because high frequency traders have put their trades at all levels, and whenever the data comes in, it swings that quickly. Today, we are reaching times where hedge funds and high frequency traders are actually putting, using words. There is a thing called NLP, which is natural language processing. They're using that and putting, trades on words. So if tomorrow Fed's Jerome Powell says pause, they know the trade goes away immediately. You don't have to wait. You don't have to think. It automatically goes. That is why we see in today's market, the speed is amazing. The volatility is increasing by the day. And somewhere it is because of high frequency and quant trading, which is really a big part of us. Now, with AI being so important, there are obviously some themes which everyone should know and some stocks which we should have an idea about. The first, which is the obvious one, is Microsoft. So Microsoft invested about $1 billion in OpenAI, which is the maker of ChatGPT. And there is some amazing things which OpenAI has done. We at VPFX are also using an app which is made from OpenAI, which basically helps you to make videos using AI human beings, so AI avatars. And we're doing some amazing stuff with that for educational purposes. You can check it out on our website, www.vpfx.net. The next talk, obviously, is NVIDIA and AMD. If AI is the future, it is powered by chip makers. And that is why you saw this amazing 4x, 4.5x return on NVIDIA in the last 1 year. And AMD is its closest competitor, and it is also looking at some kind of solutions like this. So both of them become a must-watch. The next is Meta, who's doing some amazing things in the metaverse with AI, which you need to look out for. And Apple. Now, Apple has announced its Vision Pro next year. Now, most of the Vision Pro is based on augmented reality, and a lot of it uses AI. If the Vision Pro is a successful product, it will give validation to the AI movement, and from then there is no looking behind. And the last one is Google. So Google came out with its own competitor for ChatGPT with Bard, but Bard did not do as well right now. But Google is planning to use AI in Gmail, Google Photos, and other Office products. Now, whenever that comes in, that is going to be a game changer for sure. Now, these are all positive things about AI, but there are some issues and threats too. Now, whenever we all talk about AI, what is the first thing we talk about? Is AI going to take my job? Is this something which you've been concerned about? If you want, you can just raise your hands quickly. Are you concerned AI is going to take your job? It is something which is to be thought about, because today, with the kind of automation there is, AI is really going to take a threat at a lot of jobs. For example, graphic designers, data analysts, customer support executives, all of these jobs are very soon going to be replaced by artificial intelligence robots. And that is a fact. It is coming and it is coming fast. But there are some jobs which will not be taken because they are very subjective in nature. So a job of an electrician or a plumber or a mason, these are jobs which are not going to be replaced. Why? Because these are subjective on a day-to-day, which cannot be done by a robot. So those jobs will eventually be a really high-paid jobs, and we are already seeing those trends change. So the overall job market over the next 20 years is going to be very different to what it was for the previous 20 years. And with this, there are other threats also which come with AI. The first big threat which I see is data privacy. Who is going to take care of our data? Today, we give permission to all these apps for our data. But are we aware that tomorrow when AI has access to this, what are going to be the situations then? Today, ChatGPT cannot run on live data. It runs on data from 2021 and before. But what if ChatGPT gets live data? How is it going to function? Nobody is aware of it. Who's going to take the liability of what AI does? Is it the AI company, the robot company, or is it somebody else? These are questions which are still to be asked. And the biggest question of this which is to be asked is, who is going to govern this? See, this industry has been there only for the last 10, 15 years. Does anybody have enough information to govern it? Is anybody a real specialist to know what AI is going to do in the future? Because when two robots will interact with each other, the outcome is going to be as random as you and I can predict. But the reality is, with all these drawbacks also, AI is coming and it is coming fast. And our only option as people is to adapt to it or perish. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much.